Peace, peace, peace. This is Maury Yacob and ITFTR. Thank you for joining me.
Gather for prayer.
It's time to what?
Gather for prayer.
What
Gather
it's time
for
to
prayer.
do? Let's get it. We thank the Creator for you. We thank the Creator for you. It's time to what?
Gather for prayer.
So let's gather for prayer like that.
Gather for prayer.
It's time to gather, family. This is Maury Yacob and ITFTR. Let's get it. We thank the Creator for you. It's time to gather for prayer. We thank the Creator for getting us to this place today. Make sure that's when you come into the building. It's time to press that like button and that subscribe button because we want to make sure that we all be, on the same page. Let me make sure. Gotta make sure my thing come up like it's supposed to. I'll grab the right one. We in part 3, family. Matthew 12th chapter. We in part 3, family. Thank you for joining me. This is Maury Yacob, ITFTR Network. We thank each one of you for being with us today. We thank the Creator for you, and you. Because it's time to get in it and let it go. You're going to drop it down and let's break the Grey Goose. Happy Shabbat to you. This is Maury Yacob and ITFTR Network. Look at the bottom. Those names that the Lord is supporting. Guys, I miss your name. Make sure you call me. You text me and let me know that I left your name out. It's not my name by accident. This is my design. We still have my people that be supporting. For a minute. If I miss your name, make sure you reach out to me and let me know. Like I say, it doesn't matter if it's 2 people, 1 person, 5 people. I'm going to shout those names out. Those ones that were coming on supporting. And the ones that literally, go back and forth on the channel, in the chat, or even come on the platform. I got something coming for you personally, your way. This month coming. We want to make sure we give everybody they do. All praises to Sister Latoya. You can see your name at the bottom. Those who respond in the chat, those who come on the platform, I got something personally coming to you because I want to make sure that we get people, people say, well, this is popular. And I'm still my allegiance to those that show their allegiance. We want to make sure we get that in. Those are looking for to come to the platform. You see, to climb up to the platform. Climb up to the top. That's some of your way was not coming. All praise to the Lord. Because without you all, that's going to be what it is. Get into it. We're going to get into it. And here, the flag, JC like a pancake. We here to flag JC like a pancake. He's not finished cooking on one side. The undone cake. But we try that's JC. He's the undone cake. He's the undone cake, family. He's the undone cake. Ah, come on, don't boo the brother. Don't boo the brother. We here to have some fun on that, brother, man. We are here to have some fun, family. Just some fun, just some fun. That's what we here for, family. Just some fun. So we want to make sure. We want to follow you, brother. Don't do it, brother. Don't do it, brother. It's just a lesson. We're just having a lesson. We're just having a conversation. You know what I'm saying? That's all it is. It's just a conversation, family. Don't boo the brother. We here to set our people free, those who wants to be free. All right? So we thank the Creator for you. So let's go ahead and get into it, family. We're going to get into it. We're going to get into it. We're going to get into it. I want to go back and I want to finish sharing my, finish getting into some of the things that our people have let go. They let it go because they let it go.
I'm moving at full speed, thanks to Dr. Reddy and St. Joseph's Candler.
Robin had a massive incarcerated plank hernia.
My husband and I wanted to ready our...
They let it go because we've been following the church. JC told Peter, upon this rock, I'm going to build my church. And the gates of hell shall not prevail against it. Okay? Gates of hell shall not prevail against it. And the thing that we don't understand about the gates of hell is anything on the outside that the church don't accept is considered the gates of hell. Okay? That is considered the gates of hell. Anything that the church does not accept. That's why they tell you that you are in the era of the church. So you're not in the era of the law no more. You're in the era of the church. And this is what a lot of people refuse to accept. So let's get into it. Fair use, fair use. This is, excuse me. Let's get into the first video. This is our visit at the 2023 Green Corn Ceremony Celebration in Yamasee, on the Yamasee tribe of the Seminole Reservation in South Carolina. I showed y'all, last week I gave y'all that the Yuchi, or what they call the Gala or the Guahali, these people celebrate. We celebrate the Green Ear Festival. Okay? Guale or the Yuchi Indians or the Geechee Indians is from Tennessee Valley, North Carolina, South Carolina, Georgia, Florida. Okay? These are the Yamasi. This is the Yamasi Nation. Okay? And they're going to show you how they celebrate the Green Year Festival. This is the New Year. This is a festival that is in the book, the Bible. And we don't even celebrate it no more. I wonder why. I wonder why we don't celebrate no more. Most of us, we don't even celebrate Passover. You know? All praises to Brother Trey, Jaden, and Zipporah. I thank the creator for each one of you. Make sure when you come into the building, you press that like button. We're going to go ahead and get into it, family. Because any of us don't even realize that we still supposed to celebrate the Green Ear Festival. You see? All this is part of your journey back to reality of your culture, of bridging the gap between you and your people. But see, we have been put in a spell to be able to follow the culture of these people, these foreigners. And now we pass this generational curse down every time we birth out a baby or we build a family. We are continuing pushing that curse onto the generation. So we want to make sure we get rid of these curses, all right? So let's get into it, family. This is fair use, fair use. Let's go.
I survived the night on the Yamasee Tribe of Seminoles Reservation. I survived the night, even though we heard some weird animal sounds in the night. It was crazy. By the fire, we got to really spiritually, mentally rejuvenate. That was awesome. The tents, they lit up at night. Awesome. And mine was over there. I don't know if you can see it. Yeah, over there. And then I just took a shower outside, y'all. Oh my goodness. I'm on the res in a tent in the middle of nowhere. It's dark as fuck.
You're the res.
It's dark as fuck, but no, they got the lights. They got it set up real nice. It's a nice fire pit outside. It's awesome, but it is crazy as hell. 'Cause live from the res, we got the tents back there, the courtyard with the fire pit by the tents. Yeah, it's awesome. Awesome experience, I have to say. Awesome experience. This was my tent. There was the big one with the lights, the pretty lights. And then you got mine right there. And then here's one. And then here's one.
Do you see what color they are? Do y'all see their color? You see? These people is still keeping the tradition of the Green Ear Festival. It's not that many of them. You see that? Somehow we done forgot but we can read it in the book. The Green Ear Festival. We have to get to the point, family, that we have to start getting back into what we read. We have to begin to remember to practice it. We can't keep reading something and not try to practice it. They had the little gear on. But if you don't have the gear, that does not mean you still should not be practicing it. And this is the problem where a lot of us break down. We have a dogma in our mind saying, well, we can't keep this stuff because we ain't in the land. Passover wasn't created in the land. The Sabbath wasn't created in the land. Now the green ear corn, we grew that in the land. But you could grow corn anywhere. So that should not even be a topic for us to even talk about. You see? That should not even be a topic for us to even be talking about. But we will try to downplay us keeping the feast days. And this is the reason why JC had a field day talking to these people. This is the reason why. Leviticus, the 2nd chapter, verse 14. Let's ride there real quick. Leviticus, the 2nd chapter, verse 14. Let me start at verse 13. You shall season each of your grain offering with salt. You must not leave the salt of the covenant of your Creator out of your grain offering. You are to add salt to each of your offering. If you bring a grain offering of first fruit to the Creator, you shall offer crushed heads of new grain roasted on what? Fire. And you are to put oil and frankincense on it. It is a grain offering. You see? Now, some translations got corn. You know, you put butter and salt on the corn. So the Creator, we have these feasts that we're supposed to keep. Somehow these fake it. Now I'm not saying that the Yamasis are fake because they're not, but I'm talking about the $5. The $5 Indians they keeping your feast days that you're supposed to be keeping, according to Torah. Some of us haven't even came back to that. Another feast day that a lot of people some of these camps tell us not to keep. Let's go here real quick. Let's go here real quick. Let me share my screen. They tell you not to keep it. Thanksgiving before Europeans arrived. That's another feast day. That is a fall festival feast. Because you got a summer feast or a spring feast, and you have a fall feast. You see? See, Thanksgiving was a continuous traditional harvest festival and ceremonies, giving thanks to the Creator for substance and bountiful crops. You see, you see that, right? It was to give the Creator thanks. It wasn't that. See, they give you the story that, oh yeah, see, the Europeans came in, they just had a bunch of food left, and they just brought the Europeans in to eat. No, this is a tradition that been going on before Japhet got here among the Aboriginal Indians of Shem. And now they tell you that's a pagan holiday. It's not a pagan holiday. At one time, I believed that. Thanksgiving is not a pagan holiday. It's a fall feast festival. This festival was going on before the Europeans got here. This ceremony is a cultural relationship with the land and the seasons. See, when Israel had a fall festival, Israel had to make sure that the land rest in order for crops to continue to be produced from the land. What scripture teaches us that? You see, this is give me a minute. Leviticus 25:4. Let's read that real quick. But in the 7th year shall be a Sabbath of rest unto the land, a Sabbath for the Creator. Thou shalt neither sow thy field, nor prune thy vineyard. You see, in the what? 7th year. You see how that go? In the 7th year. You're supposed to plant. So like in the 7th year, all planting supposed to stop. There's planting for the spring and there's planting for the fall. Thanksgiving is when you have the abundance you're supposed to give. You're supposed to have ceremonies to be able to give the Creator thanks for what? To show that you have the relationship with the land and you are following the seasons. But we don't even do that no more. We don't even know when the seasons come in. Most of us, we don't. You don't. So therefore, we don't know when to plant. We don't know where to plant and how to plant. We just go to Kroger's and Piggly Wiggly and Food Lion and Walmart for our food. And if those places shut down, you're going to starve. This is what you're going to do. You're going to starve. Because you don't know how to plant. See, it doesn't matter if you don't have a big old backyard. You can create a planting vine, what they call like in a little small wooden box, or you can get buckets and you can start planting. Small points of planting. But most of you ain't gonna do that anyhow. You wait on the grocery store, you wait on Food Lion and Walmart and all them to feed you. Thanksgiving was to keep you in tune with the land and with the season. That's why in Genesis, the 1st chapter, he said, I gave you the greater light and the lesser light for time, for what? Seasons, day, hour. He said that's what that was for. You are acknowledging the point of what the Creator has given you in order for you to survive. But most of you don't even follow that anyhow. If Donald Trump tell you today, everybody go buy a dozen of eggs, most of you will go buy a dozen of eggs. Because you follow what these people tell you. Thanksgiving was always something that was celebrated before the Europeans even got here. You see? Indigenous people across the continent celebrated days of Thanksgiving long before the Europeans' contact. For an example, the Cochokians of Chacoya, near present day St. Louis, held large-scale Thanksgiving feasts in the late 11th century, gathering in the summer and early autumn to honor deity, smoke, rituals, tobacco, and eat symbolic animals like white swans and white-tailed deer. The Wampanoag, who later shared food with the Pilgrims, because that's where they get they get that from the Wampanoag people, the ones who shared the Thanksgiving turkey pie and all that with the so-called Pilgrims. And then that became a national holiday when it was already something that the people were already doing on this land. You see? Also had a harvest festival and diplomatic gatherings where food was exchange. You see? This is what happened. And now we call it a pagan day. See, the things that we were doing, they done took it, made it a national holiday, and you think it came from those people. No, it came from you. Your people was already doing it. Your people were already celebrating Thanksgiving. But see, they got involved. You invite them to the table. Now the whole Thanksgiving was about them. See how they usurp everything simply because you allow them in? And now your whole ceremony for you giving thanks to the land. That's how they took your land. Because you don't, and half of us don't even respect the even piece of land that we get today. We don't respect it. And this is the problem. We don't respect the land. All praises to Joel. All praise to Joel. Yo, we don't respect the land. That's why we get to the point of doing the things that we're doing today. We don't respect the land. Thanksgiving was always a festival that the Aboriginals was doing before Europeans got here. Upon this rock, I'm going to build my church. That's why you live in the church era today. Anything that the church does not accept, that is considered hell. That is considered hell. Let me put up the link in the chat. Anybody who wants to come up and have a conversation with me about the topic, you're more than welcome. The link is in the chat. Anybody wants to come up and have this conversation with me about this topic, you're more than welcome to come up. But until then, we're going to keep cooking. Another thing that the church is against, that they made you against, is polygyny. That's what they made you go against. Polygyny. The churches made polygyny illegal for you and in your society. They laws trump your culture. This is the reason why JC told the Pharisees, he questioned them about the Sabbath. Because it wasn't no more about the law and how you keep it. It's what the church is now introducing. You see how that works? Polygyny, native societies, and Spanish colonies. These people needed to control your culture. Plymouth Rock, we didn't land on Plymouth Rock, but Plymouth Rock land on us. See, early European churches and missionaries in the 1600s strongly opposed polygyny or plural marriages. They opposed it among American Indians. See, this was part of your culture. But the church came and said, no, that we don't accept that. They challenge your culture, not you challenge theirs, but they challenge yours. So polygyny, native societies, and Spanish colonies having more than one wife was an established part of life for some native people before Europeans tried to end the practice. It's right there. Look at it. I didn't write this. I'm not telling you to go out there and do this. What I'm telling you is the native people had a culture. And the Europeans, the invaders, came and changed it. The same way they made you change Thanksgiving. The same way they made you not recognize the Green Ear Festival, even though it's in the book. And then they'll tell you, oh, it's against the law. It's against Torah. No, it's not. Or JC saying, we know why JC said it, because JC was bringing a new system. He was bringing the church. And he had to conquer the church. He had to conquer the laws in order to establish the church. He could not establish the church if you was going to continue to follow the creator laws. The church wouldn't have been established, not amongst you. But he had to conquer you through the church. Let's read a little bit of this just real quick. At many times and place, monogamy and other forms of marriage have what? Coexisted peacefully. As they are increasing doing the what? Doing in the U.S. today. But at other times, they have been part of what? Dramatic conflicts. Historian Sarah M.L.S. Purcell describes particularly intense clashes of cultural attitudes towards marriages that played a role in two uprisings against Spanish colonial rule by native people. You see? They played a part. See, let's pull this up real quick. Let's pull this up real quick. See? Having many wives in two American rebellions. The politics of households, and the what? Radically conservative. See, they call it a rebellion because, see, what it was is that the Europeans came in trying to change these people's culture. This is what they was doing. They were trying to change these people's culture. The Guale, or the Gullah, you'll see that. That's the Yuchi people. The Geechee, the Guale Rebellion in Spanish Florida, and the Pueblo Revolt in New Mexico. Those are the two nations that revolted against that polygyny rule. You can't have more than one wife. This is just what they want to record and give to you. But there probably were many nations that did not go for that. But somehow we allow with these people, with the church, to tell us today is law. You see? We allow these people to tell us what the law is. But they only was telling us what the church law is, not what Torah law is. There's a difference between Torah law and ecclesiastical law. There's difference. Paraso writes that Spanish colonists came to the Americas primed to be what? Horrified by polygyny. Through the what? The conquest and Spanish Inquisition. It had been a what? Rationale for attack on what? Muslims and Sephardic Jews. So Spanish missionaries saw the polygynous marriages model used by somewhat indigenous Americans as one of the what? Great evils to be rooted out. See, this polygyny thing was part of your culture. Other cultures adopted it as well. They were following the actual Torah, which was Muslims. But the church called it evil. See, they came in changing the rules. While historical documents from the early 18th century often describe that the Yamasee as a multi-ethnical confederation, meaning they had mixed people. No, they did not. They were Negroes. They adopted many practices of neighboring tribes. See, the mixed people means mixed tribes of Negroes. They were different nations within the Yamasee nation. Okay? And these different nations brought in their practices within that one nation. In many Southeastern indigenous cultures during that era, polygyny, the practice of a man having multiple wives, was permitted, particularly among high status men or leaders, meaning that the leaders or people who had stature had many wives, not just a common man. You see, there had to have been a purpose for this, but it was not illegal. But the church tells you today that it's illegal. This is what the church tells you today, that having more than one woman is illegal. You see? And I'm bringing this up for a reason. Just give me a minute. All praise to a like button. Everybody that was coming in supporting, you can see your name at the bottom. Thank you, thank you, thank you. And those who respond in the chat, you know, and come on the platform, I have something for you next month to show my gratitude for your conversation and your presence on this platform. So all praises to each one of you. We thank you, thank you, thank you. So let's keep going. Let's keep going. Let's look at another one. Let's go to something else real quick. Let me share my screen again. Fair use. Fair use. See, they have to come in and change everything about you. They have to do it. They have to do it. Fair use, fair use. This is not my material. I claim no rights to this material. This is for teaching and educational purposes only. You see? They came in with the baptizing law. Baptizing, when you got baptized, it didn't mean that you were free. But it was baptizing. They baptized you into the culture and society of them. And in today's church, even some of these Hebrew Israelites baptize people, because that's part of the church tradition. Upon this rock, I'm going to build my church. And the gates of hell shall not prevail against it. What is hell? Anything outside the church. Anything that the church does not accept, that is considered hell. So let's get into a fair use, fair use. This is a 2-minute video. Let's go.
I'm all right for you. Are you quit down with them all? Yeah. Why have you been neglected? Away with thought. Yeah. Pull out this gym. Are you clean with repent. Repent. And believe the gospel of Jesus.
See how hard he preaching? Repent. Repent. I believe in the gospel of JC. How you just don't believe in the law? I believe in the gospel of JC. Repent. 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 Follow Jesus. Let's keep cooking. Let's keep cooking, family. Let's keep cooking. Let's go. Let's go. Let's go. Oh, she's shouting, family. She's shouting. Look at him. Look at him. She's shouting. They got the water Holy Ghost. Let's go. Now I want y'all to pay attention and listen real close to them. They gonna say Africa and Ghana. Listen to it. They got to throw you back. They got to throw you in Africa. Let's keep cooking. Look at the men. They try. What they doing over there? What they doing? I don't know what they doing. Where's Sarah at? Where's Sarah? Sarah, what's going on? You finished being in the water? Yeah, I'm hungry. Come on, Sarah. I need something to eat. Man, you gotta be patient, man. Yeah, but Sarah got to come on now, you know. Yeah, because she made me come. Yeah, she argued with me till I came out the house. Come on, bro. Stop it. Stop it. You see the pastor standing right there? Let's keep cooking. Let's keep cooking, family. Africa. Look at that pastor. He right there mad too. He hear that man thoughts. He trying to find out where he at. He trying to find out where them thoughts coming from, family. He trying to find out where them thoughts coming from. He's twitching that eye. That eye twitch. He rubbing that eye because it's twitching. Where that thought coming from? You trying to find a sandwich, and we baptizing out here. We baptizing in JC name. You get a sandwich, we all eat. Let's keep cooking, family. Let's keep cooking. Come on, man. Look at the baby. The baby like, I don't know what's going on around here. The baby like, I don't know what's going on. Let's go back to the baby. Let's go back to the baby. Get the baby. I'm scared. I got you, baby. They look like they drowning people. Let's keep going, baby. Let's keep going. Let's keep cooking. Let's go. Come on, man. You know how to do it, man. I can do it. She look like, man, my oxtails on. My oxtails. I got her on because I left my oxtail on in the crock pot. My oxtails there. My oxtail. I left my pot on. Need to hurry up with this service. How many more people get baptized? I need to call Sam to cut my pot off. These people expression on their face. Let's keep cooking, family. Let's keep cooking. You got a whiskey bottle. Let's go. So people must be in this crowd must be drunk because he ain't holding up nothing else. Look at that baby. Like, mama, it's time for me to drink some milk. It look like she got a deep boy. It's milk time, mama. Yeah, just hold on, baby. Just hold on, baby. I got you. I'm gonna start crying in a minute. Let's keep cooking, baby. Let's keep cooking. Oh boy. Okay, hold on, mama. And go listen to album. Watch it all album.
Can't do no thing. All right.
the water, Holy Ghost. Oh, thank you, thank you. Africa. Y'all hear Africa? Y'all hear that?
Come on, man. Show how to do it, man. I can do it.
So I guess when they go in the water, I guess they just, you know, they come up swinging like that because the water went in their nose. They felt like they were being waterboarded. Started getting them fighting. I guess they felt like they were being waterboarded in the military. That wasn't no, they wasn't no man. They wasn't no supposed to get up there swinging like that. There wasn't no sense, but let's keep cooking, man. Let's keep cooking. Let's keep cooking. I'll let him go. I'll let him go. I bet you when I want to get in his nose, he'll stop. I bet you when I want to get in his nose, he'll stop. He'll stop all that fighting like that. You got him. I just want to show you, family. I just wanted to show you that, family, because see, they came to change everything about us when they came and conquered these lands. They came and changed. Now let's look at the baptism law, family. Let's look at the baptism law because we just saw a video. You know, some of the people left their crop pots on, and some of the babies was ready to drink milk, and you know, some of the people caught the Holy Ghost, the water Holy Ghost, and some of them came up like they were being waterboarded. Oh my goodness. I know some people don't like this, but it's the truth though. The link in the chat if you want to have a conversation with me. The link is in the chat. The link in the chat, family. So let's look at baptism law. Let's look at the baptism law. Baptism law among American Indians in the 1600s. You see? Let's look at it, family. Because, see, a lot of us, we don't realize, see, our people wasn't doing none of that stuff. We weren't doing this. They brought these things to us, and we began to participate with these things as if these things became out, as if these things were a part of our culture all the time. And it was not. That's the reason why you think that the Negroes, when it comes to politics, you vote Democrat only. When did you start voting Democrat? Because if you go backwards, most Aboriginal Negroes was Republicans. They voted for the Republic, not being in a democracy. You see how that works? But now they got you boxed in on a democracy versus a republic, a Democrat. Even though both parties are wicked as hell. I'm not advocating for the Republicans. What I'm saying, I'm advocating for the land. You see? We never put people over us. That was not a part of our people. They had to find their way and marry at the top to be able to get in and fit in and begin to control and lead. So in the 1600s, baptism was not a legal status or a means to change an American Indian social or political standing. It was not, you did not go and get baptized to change who and how they identified you. No. Indigenous people had their own complex spiritual and communal system we had our own thing. Like Heavy D say, doing our own thing. Heavy D. We're doing our own thing. We was doing our own thing. You see how that work? Often led by what? Shamans, and medicine men. People who knew medicine and people who understood nature. Who conducted ceremonies tied to what? Health, balance, relationships with the what? Spiritual world, meaning the Levites, the priests. These practices were deeply embedded in oral traditions and were not governed by European style legal codes. You see, our people had their own thing popping, and the Europeans, they had nothing to do with it. We were doing our own thing. When English colonists encountered Native Americans, they often sought to what? Convert them to what? Christianity. There you go. Upon this rock, I'm going to build my church. And the gates of hell shall not prevail against it. They was converting you to their purpose and culture. You see how that work? Especially in New England, where missionaries like John Eliot worked to establish praying towns, such as Warnest. In these communities, Christian practices such as attending Sabbath meetings, refraining from what? Certain activities. You see? And what? Learning to pray were encouraged, but conversion were gradually and often blended with existing traditions. See, they took some of the truth and began to remove your whole culture. But they included how they wanted you to do it. Not so much how it was actually supposed to have been done. No. Leaders adopted some English practices over time. You see? But they did not abandon their own cultural and spiritual roles because they knew better. So how do we end up going away from what we're supposed to be doing compared to what we are doing today? Because many of you don't even realize you had adopted the church role. You done adopted the church role. That's why you see these churches inside your communities. And these churches are working like businesses. They are abstracting the money. They are abstracting your energy. They are abstracting your purpose, your what you call it? The things that you your gifts from the community. Because anytime when you are successful, the church gets involved with you. They'll shout you out. And this is what the problem is. A lot of us, we don't even realize that the church had done put us into the position to not being able to function like we're supposed to. So now, family, I just want to finish that up from last week because I showed the video from last week. With the Uchis keeping the ceremonial, and the sister broke down what the Green Ear Festival was about. And I'm showing you in Matthew the 12th chapter how JC was playing on the minds of the people. Let's keep cooking. Let's go to Matthew the 12th chapter. And we're going to pick up on verse 8. Matthew the 12th chapter, verse 8. Anybody wants to have a conversation with me on this conversation? The link is in the chat. I know a lot of people ain't going to like this subject, but it's okay. It's okay. Because guess what we're going to do? We're going to steal. We're going to still cook. Because that's what we do over here. It don't matter who stay, who go. We're going to still cook. Because the truth is the truth. Matthew the 12th chapter, verse 8. And this is what it says. For the Son of Man is Lord even of the Sabbath. JC's telling the Pharisees, because they're questioning him about eating on the Sabbath, plucking corn from out the cornfield. We went over that in part 1. They got onto him about that. The Sabbath, everything's supposed to be shut down unless you are deemed to work in this corrupt society. But if you don't have to work and you are in control of your work, you're supposed to be shut down until the Sabbath is over. But many of us, we're not going to do that. Many of us is not going to do that. Because we believe that JC is going to give us mercy. See, some of you say, I don't believe in JC, but you obviously you do because you don't keep the Sabbath. But we don't know when the day the Sabbath is. Doesn't matter. Keep the Sabbath. 6 days. What days are your 6 days? You see? And you memorialize that 7th. There's no excuse for you not keeping the Sabbath. I could put up a video that the Roman Catholic Church shows you that they changed the Sabbath from a Saturday to a Sunday. They're acknowledging it. I could put the video right up. They're acknowledging it. You can YouTube it. You can YouTube it. But many of you still won't keep it because you say, oh, that's the white man. The white man know the truth too. You just say you're not the only ones on this earth knows the truth. So JC said, for the Son of Man is Lord. You see what JC saying? He's saying the Son of Man is Lord. Lord means the Son of Man is in authority. The Son of Man has the authority. He's telling you he is the Messiah. with divine authority to interpret, govern, and fulfill the law of Moses. That's why he told you about David and the priests, the showbread, and all that. He's telling you, I'm here to fulfill the law of Moses. Don't know how he's going to do that, but he said that's what he's there. That's why he has the authority. You see? You don't have to follow what you got going on in your culture. The same way the Europeans came in to change different things that you got going on within your culture. JC said, I don't have to follow that because I'm in authority. I'm that divine authority. I interpret and govern. He claimed to be greater than the temple because he said there's one that's standing here greater than the temple. He's telling you he has that authority. He's that divine authority. That's what he's telling you. Hold on for a minute, y'all. He's telling you he's that divine authority. That's what he's telling you. I'm that divine authority. Let's keep cooking. He said he's greater than the temple. And he's the creator of the Sabbath. And he prioritized mercy. This is what JC was telling the Pharisees. This is what JC was telling the Pharisees. Over your legalistic ways. This is what JC was telling the Pharisees. You see, notice one thing, because he said that for the Son of Man is what? In the authority, have the authority, even of the Sabbath day. He's telling you that he controls the Sabbath. He has the authority dealing with the Sabbath. This is what you have to pay attention to. The very words that JC is saying from his mouth. But notice one thing about the Sabbath. Man was never commanded to serve the Sabbath or celebrate the Sabbath until after the fall. Man was never commanded to celebrate or serve the Sabbath or to be reminded of the Sabbath until after the fall. You see? We could go and look at that. Man was never told to be reminded, remember, to celebrate, or to serve on the Sabbath. Man was never told to do that. That came after the fall. That did not come before the fall. It came after the fall. In fact, let's look at it real quick. Let's see if the Creator gave the Sabbath for someone to serve it, to celebrate it, or to remember it. Let's go to Genesis, the 2nd chapter. Let's go there real quick. Genesis 2, and let's start at verse 1. Thus the heavens and the earth were finished, and all the host of them, meaning everything that the Creator has created has now its purpose. So is going to move according to its purpose. Verse 2, and on the seventh day, the Creator ended his work, which he had made. So now we're realizing that the Creator ended his work. Now I want you to see this thing line by line. And he rested on the what? Seventh day. He rested on the seventh day. And say nobody's creation rested on the seventh day. From all his works, which he had what? Made. So the Creator rested on the seventh day from all his work. Got nothing to do with you. And the Creator, verse 3, and the Creator blessed it the seventh day. He blessed it the seventh day that he made and rested on. He blessed it and what? Sanctified. He set it apart. Meaning this day is not like it's not like from day 1 to day 6. It don't have that same energy on it. This energy for this particular day is greater. He sanctified it because that in it he had rested from all his work, which the Creator created and made. Show me where he told you to celebrate it. Show me where he told you to remember it. Show me where he told you to do anything for the Sabbath. Somebody hit the link and come up and talk to me about this. That's the reason why they can trick you and make you believe that the Creator told you to do this and for that. No, all this came after the fall, not before the fall. It came after the fall. The Sabbath, man was never commanded to serve, celebrate, or remember it. The Sabbath until after the fall. So how can you master something or be master over something that was never given to man? How can you do it? How can you master something or be master over something when that thing was never given to man in the first place? You see, it never was given to man for man to master it or to celebrate it or to remember it. It was for the Creator. That's the Creator's day. Day 1 through 6 belongs to you. Day 7 belongs to the Creator. They don't belong to you. It belongs to the Creator. How can you master or be rulers over something that belongs to the Creator? Somebody come up and have that conversation with me. How do you do it? JC said, for the Son of Man is Lord even of the Sabbath day. He has the authority, or he is the authority, even the Sabbath day belongs to him. He's telling the Pharisees that your culture don't apply to me. How you do things doesn't apply to me. Exodus 31:13. Speak thou also unto the children of Israel, saying, verily my Sabbath you shall keep. See, now Israel is ordained to keep the Sabbath now. They are commanded to keep the Creator's Sabbath. How do you become authority over something that does not belong to you? How? For it is a sign between me and you throughout your generations, that you may know that I am the Creator that do sanctify you. How do you master something or be governed over something that don't belong to you? How do you do it? The Creator say that's his Sabbath. He said nothing about your Sabbath. Ezekiel 20:12. The Creator said this is his Sabbath. But JC said he's the Lord of the Sabbath. How? How is he the Lord of something that does not belong to him or that was never given to man? How? Moreover, also I gave them my Sabbath. I gave them my Sabbath. How is he the Lord over something that was given to man? He gave you his Sabbath. To be a sign between what? Me and them. That they might know that I am the Creator that sanctified them. He said, I gave you this for a sign, not for you to rule or have authority over. So family, how do you get control, or how did JC say he became the Lord of the Sabbath, family? How did he become the Lord of the Sabbath, family?
Gather for prayer.
It's time to gather for prayer, family. It's time to what?
Gather for prayer.
It's time to gather for prayer. Because we got to really meditate about this devil. Because he's a devil, family. He's a devil, family. This man sit there and told the Pharisees he is Lord. He has the authority over the Sabbath. The Creator never gave his Sabbath to you for you to rule or have authority over. He gave it to you to be for a sign. In other words, family, when you get a job, your company puts you inside of a uniform or give you something that has their marker on it to allow the customers to know that you are working for them. That particular logo, who owns that logo? You ain't out there on your own. You come in the authority of that logo. But you cannot come in the authority of the Sabbath. Because the Sabbath is just simply for you to rest. Rest. That's it. How do you come having the authority over a day that you're supposed to rest? How do you do it? How do you do it? JC showing the Pharisees that he do not follow their culture. He do not follow their culture. You see? He do not follow their culture. He do not. He's telling you he has the authority over the Sabbath or for the Sabbath. He has that authority. He don't have to follow the culture of the Sabbath like you do. And in fact, he's correct. He don't have to follow the culture of the Sabbath like you. But the problem that JC had is that he was amongst the Pharisees breaking the culture principle that they had going on within the territory that they lived. JC was in their territory breaking the culture. That's where the problem lies. Because people will come amongst you to break the Sabbath. This is the problem. People will come in to break the Sabbath, to change your culture. And that's the reason why I showed y'all the things at the beginning, because these people will come, the church came to change how you do things. And notice what JC is doing. He is going against authority, and he's got the average man and female following him, and he's teaching them against the authority of that particular culture. I want y'all to check that out now. He's challenging the authority. And he got the people watching him challenge authority when the culture says, shut down, you can't do this. JC said, no, I ain't got to listen to that because I'm in authority. I have the authority. I was given the authority. You don't believe me? Let's keep cooking. Watch this now. Let's go to verse 9, chapter 12, verse 9. Let's go. Let's cook. JC says, and it says, he told him that he's over the Sabbath. He don't have to pay attention to the Sabbath like you do. He don't have to follow those rules like you do. He has the authority to do what he's doing. He don't have to pay attention to the Sabbath like you do. So watch this, verse 9. It says, and when he departed from where he was talking to the Pharisees, meaning he walked away from them. He walked away from the side. He walked away from the Pharisees. And he went into their synagogues. He went into their church. He went into their temple. Not his temple, their temple. So he's showing you right there that he's not a part of that culture. He's not a part of the culture. That's why it shows separatism. Their synagogue, he didn't say he went into the synagogue to show that he's probably part of the culture. It says he went into there, meaning it's showing separatism. He's not a part of what they're doing. This was happening. He goes into the synagogue and he meets a man who had a hand withered. You see? He goes into the synagogue. And verse 10 says, and behold, there was a man which had a hand withered. The Pharisees was following him. They didn't just let him walk off, even though he walked off, but the Pharisees stayed right behind him. He went on into the synagogue. He met a man there that had a withered hand. Now watch this. A person's hand, when it is withered from muscle wasting, the muscles is wasting, it's deteriorating due to nerve damage, chronic joint conditions, or the lack of use, meaning he wasn't using his hands, so it began to wither. Key causes of this deterioration include pinched nerves in the neck, the cervix, neurological conditions affecting muscle control, severe arthritis or vascular issues that reduce blood supply to the muscle. So do you see what caused the wither? What are some of the situations that can cause wither? It's more situations that can cause a person's hand to wither, but it's dealing with muscles, tissue, blood, and etc. Something that's dealing with the body. And he met a man in the temple with this situation. So what's taking place, family? Let's stay in verse 10. And the same Pharisees came up to him and asked him. They asked him, saying, is it lawful to heal on the Sabbath day, that they might accuse him? That word lawful in the Bible signifies action, behavior, or things permitted, authorized, or in what? Conformity with the Creator. Meaning the Creator gave you the authority to do this. With the Creator reveal will and his commandments. What you about to do, is it correlating with the Creator's will? And does it goes against the commandments? That's what they asked him. That's what they asked him. And that word accuse means to charge him with an offense or a crime. Because if it don't go according to the Creator's will or his commandments, now you're breaking the law. You're going against Torah. This is what the Pharisees is telling them. Now, what you think about that? I want you to think about that. And what is that issue? This man's hand is withered, and they're asking him. The first they asked him about the Sabbath, plucking corn. I showed y'all the law about plucking. That's work. JC gave them all this roundabout stuff about David and the priest breaking the law and going in the temple, eating the showbread. Had nothing to do with it, but then he came and said he don't have to do that because he's greater than the temple. And he's the Lord of the Sabbath. He has the authority on the Sabbath. That's what he told them. But now they're asking them inside their synagogues, is it lawful for you to heal on the Sabbath? Notice they keep going on the Sabbath. Not on the first day, second day, third day, fourth day, fifth day, or sixth day. They stay in the Sabbath. This is what he's talking about. Look at verse 10. See, because they make this man as if he's everything and he's nothing. And I know some of you ain't gonna like that, but it is the truth. This man is not what you say he is when it comes to Torah. He is deliberately breaking the law.
God damn it.
Yes, he's breaking the law. And that's what y'all saying. Y'all are cussing yourselves up.
God damn it.
Y'all cussing. This brother flattening JC. You right, I'm flattening him. And that's the car cussing like it ain't nothing.
God damn it.
But he is the devil, family. He's the devil. He's the devil. He's the people. He's the devil. And he do have people. He comes to serve the devil. That's why you got to pay attention. That's why they what?
Damn it.
They cussing. Because they realizing this whole thing is being figured out. JC got his people. And he come to gather them. But he's coming amongst your culture to change your rules. To try to gather some of you in the same thing. That ain't gonna happen, family. That's why we on his behind. That's why we are on his tail. That's why we got his people what? They doing what?
God damn it.
Oh, let's go to verse 10, family. Let's go to verse 10. Let's go to verse 10. Let's keep this thing cooking. Let's keep this thing cooking. Verse 10. He says, they ask him, is it lawful to heal on the Sabbath day? Notice they say days with an S. Because they've been noticing he's been doing this for a while. So they're accumulating everything against this guy. Now they might accuse him. Verse 11 says, and he said unto them, he's getting ready to challenge them again. You know, I've never seen this guy. Let me ask y'all a question. Have y'all seen this guy repent? Y'all seen this guy repent before? Lord, I'm sorry for that. Lord, forgive me because I see that before this guy. When the Pharisees came to accuse him, have y'all seen this guy repent? Or he challenged them as if he's right. You see? So in verse 11, he says unto them, what man shall there be among you that shall have one sheep, and if it fall into a pit on the Sabbath day, will he not lay hold on it and lift it out? Now we talk about the Sabbath day. Now we ain't talking about somebody that had a heart attack. We ain't talking about somebody, had a stroke. We ain't talking none of that, family. We talking about a sheep getting stuck inside of a pit. Family, why is it important for him to bring up a sheep getting stuck inside of a pit? What do a sheep getting stuck in a pit have to do? This man talks to the Pharisees as if they stupid. This is sad. This is sad. This is sad. Now I got to say,
God damn it.
I can say that again. Let's say it again.
God damn it.
Because they should have had a comeback on this guy. Some of these unbelievers come up and saying, what?
God damn it.
Because they don't. Because the Pharisees in the book don't have no comeback with this guy when it comes to the law. This man talking about a sheep. If one sheep goes astray, would you let him stray? The hell? A sheep in the case not doing anything. It's a law for the heel on the side. Is it lawful here on the carpet? Oh boy.
God damn it.
So let's keep cooking, family. Let's keep cooking. This man bring up sheep. Now notice one thing about verse 10. They ask him, is it lawful? This man bring up sheep. Is it lawful to heal? Healing. Let me see if I can pull it up real quick. Because I don't want to quote it. Let's see if I got it up here. Give me a second. Give me 1 second. All right. Give me 1 second. Let me pull it up real quick. Here we go right here. Let me stop sharing that real quick. Let me pull this up right here real quick. Let's talk about healing, family. Link is in the chat. Anybody wants to come up and wants to give their opinion or wants to have a conversation. The link is in the chat, family. Link is in the chat. Link is in the chat, family. The link is in the chat. You don't have to be ashamed. You don't have to be scared. You don't have to be anything, family. Just come on up and let's have that conversation, family. Let's have that conversation. Let's have that conversation. Make sure as when you come up, you stay on topic, you have the forum, let's keep this conversation pushing. Because we want to make sure this conversation grow. You stay at the bottom, those names that are supporting the channel. And if I miss your name, then family, I will add your name for next week. We thank the Creator. All praises. Let's keep cooking. Is healing considered work? Well, look what it says. Healing is work. Huh? Healing is work. On the Sabbath, we're going to get into that. You don't supposed to be doing nothing. There was nobody there making him work. That man was with him for 6 days before the Sabbath, family. That man was walking around the whole 6 days with a whip in his hand. He had 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 no smoke. You know, what's the name? The family worked on the 7th day. The Sabbath, in that culture, JC felt like he needed to heal his guy. Because he's showing you how you serve the Sabbath according to your culture. It's not how he's going to serve it in your culture. He's there to change your culture. And he's going to change the people that's supposed to be under your authority to change the Sabbath as well. You see? That's why I showed you polygyny. Europeans came over here and changed the law of polygyny. Baptism, they gave you that. I showed you that. Thanksgiving, that was your tradition for your ceremony for the autumn ceremonies and festivals. They got you calling it a pagan day. You see? Green ear festival corn. They got you. Tell me that's grain. That ain't corn, that's grain. See, they got you changing your culture for them. And any time when you go outside, that's hell. And they tell you that's hell. You're gonna go to hell for that. You see? God ain't gonna honor that. But you went outside of your culture for them. And they came to change your culture. Genesis 9:27. And Japheth shall live in the tent of Shem. How you think he's going to live if he ain't coming to change? Healing is work. You can see right there on the screen. It's a passive process. It's active, intentional work that requires commitment, self-awareness, and often community support. Meaning you got to have the people to help you. That's work. That's considered work. And I dare anybody to come on the channel and tell me it's not work. The link in the chat. What healing is work means. What does that mean? Look at what it says. Look at what it says. What does it mean? The phrase healing is work reflects the reality that recovery from trauma, mental health challenges, or life disruptions is not a one-time fix. It's not a one-time fix. It is an ongoing practice of self-care, boundary settings, and personal growth. This work can be what? Internal. Like therapy, journaling, or energy healing. Or external, something on the outside, such as building supportive relationships, or advocating for change, or creating healing spaces for others. So anytime when JC healed, it affected other people. Other people have to realize in themselves, look, it took this man to do this, so not that's work. You know what you're doing? You're not supporting, you're not celebrating, you're not commemorating the Sabbath. You're trying to now do something to be, that's work. Your energy should be not trying to figure out how can I get healed from this and that, how can I change this? That's work. You should be sitting back, thinking, celebrating, worshiping the Creator for His creating. Instead, this guy going around healing. This man going around healing. It's work. See, it's not an overnight event, but they try to make it look like it's an overnight event. Let's go to Leviticus 23 and 10. Leviticus 23 and 10. This is what it says. Speak unto the children of Israel and say unto them, when you become into the land which I give you unto you, and shall reap the harvest thereof, then you shall bring a sheaf of the first fruit of your harvest unto the what? Priest. You're supposed to bring the priest something. You see? You're supposed to give the priest something. You're always supposed to have something for the priest to be able to do these offerings for you. Exodus the 20th chapter, verse 9 and 10. It's not an overnight thing. This thing goes through a process. Why is it that when we come to a point, we look at this and say, oh, we think that it's just, this man could just go around doing this. Exodus 20, 9 and 10. 6 days shall thou labor and do all thy work. 6 days. But the seventh is the Sabbath of the Creator, your power. In it thou shalt not do any work. There should not be no healing going on the Sabbath. There should not be no healing going on the Sabbath. If there's no life, such as a heart attack, such as a stroke, and etc., there should not be no healing. That man was in the temple. That man was in the synagogue. So there was no life or death situation there. He just was dealing with nerve damage, muscle deterioration. 6 days thou shalt do no work. Thou, meaning you, nor your son, nor your daughter, nor your manservant or your maidservant, meaning the people that work for you, they don't supposed to work. Nor thy cattle, nor thy strangers that is within thy gates, meaning your animals supposed to be put up and secure. That's why those who have a Chick-fil-A in the area, notice that man shut his Chick-fil-A's down on Sunday. You see? You don't celebrate your Sabbath, but his Sabbath, he shuts everything down. Meaning that if those people go to church, they got a chance to go to church and work for Chick-fil-A. So when JC sat there and said, oh, what about your cattle being out? What about it? Because if your cattle get out, that means you didn't put that cattle up properly. You didn't put the cattle up properly. So why will your cattle be in a ditch? Why will your cattle be in the ditch? Why would he be in the ditch? see? That's why I don't understand. They could have quoted the law back to him. Your animal's supposed to be shut down for the Sabbath. Your animals. But your animals ain't shut down. He's trying to tell you that your animals ain't shut down. What if your animal get out? What if they do get out? There's a law that tells you that if your neighbor sees your animal and he knows that's your animal, he's supposed to put your animal up and wait till after the Sabbath and then return your animal back to you. And if you be too far, he's supposed to keep your animal until he come back across you. But if your animal got stuck in the ditch on the Sabbath, that means you did not prepare the habitation for your animals to be secure on the Sabbath. They're supposed to have plenty of food, and their securement is supposed to be secure so that they can't get out. That's what preparing is for. You see how that go? So he give them another weak excuse that the law teaches you that your animals you're supposed to even prepare your animals for the Sabbath. They're not supposed to be getting out. So let's go to verse 11. No, excuse me. Let's go to verse 12. How much then is a man better than a sheep? The man's supposed to secure the sheep for the Sabbath. The man's supposed to make sure the sheep is secure for the Sabbath. The man's supposed to make sure that the sheep has food, whereas that it don't get out searching for food on the Sabbath. It's the man's responsibility to make sure everything in that is governed by his house is ready for the Sabbath. So it's the man's responsibility to make sure his sheep don't get out of the gate. The sheep's supposed to be secure on the Sabbath. Wherefore is it lawful? Excuse me. Wherefore it is lawful to do well on the Sabbath days. In other words, family, he's telling you, he just told the Pharisees, I can heal. Even though I just read the law, he sat there and said, I can heal. How don't you think about that? He sat there and said, yes, it's lawful for me to heal on the Sabbath. That's what he told you. So what happens in verse 13? See? Because according to the law, your animal is supposed to respect the Sabbath. The animals that you have, they're supposed to respect the Sabbath. So my question would have been, why would your ox be in a ditch if it should have been properly put up? Why would the ox be in a ditch? Why would your sheep be roaming outside of his compound if you knew that the Sabbath was coming up? That means you're supposed to have properly prevented that. You're supposed to properly have prevented your animals from breaking the Sabbath. Because you're responsible. Those animals is a part of your house. So why would the animals be outside the gate? Why would they be roaming? Why would they be in the ditch? That's would have been my question to him. Because that's what the 6 days was about. You were supposed to have properly brought securement to those animals, so when the 7th day comes, there will not be any breakage of the Sabbath. So what JC just sat there and told them, that y'all ain't perfect on the Sabbath. Therefore, I can break the Sabbath. That's what he just told them. Y'all don't properly make sure things are done right. So I don't have to abide according to what you're trying to push. You see? He always had a comeback. And ask yourself the question, why does this man always have a comeback? Let's get there. Go to verse 12. How much then if is a man better than a sheep? Wherefore it is lawful to do well on the Sabbath day. It's lawful. I can do this because if I see people needing help, even if they go against your customer, how you keep the Sabbath in your area, it's okay for me to come in your area to do what I need to do for them. I'm telling them. See, that's why I showed y'all in part 1, Nehemiah was ready to put hands on people. We're about to get into something now. Because was Nehemiah wrong when he said that if I catch you by the gate or in the gate selling, I'm going to put some hands on you? See, because people is going to try you. They're going to try you, family. And the question is, how far are you going to let that trying go? See? So he said it is lawful to do well on the Sabbath. Man and beast together supposed to respect the law of the Sabbath. Man's supposed to secure the beast in order for the beast to be secure on the Sabbath. So it's that man can enjoy. He don't have to be out there looking for no beast. And if that's what he's doing, then he did not secure that animal properly. It is lawful to do well on the Sabbath, is it? Answer to his question is no. It's not lawful. It's not lawful. It's not lawful to do well on the Sabbath. Exodus 23 and 4. It's not lawful to do well on the Sabbath, family. Exodus 23 and 4. If thou meet thy enemy's ox or his ass going astray, thou shalt surely bring it back to him again. Verse 5. If thou see the ass of him that hateth thee lying under his burden, and wouldest forbear to help him, thou shalt surely help with him. You see? You're supposed to help your neighbor, but it's not telling you to break the Sabbath. See how they go? It's not telling you to break the Sabbath. Deuteronomy 22, 1 through 4. It's not telling you to break the Sabbath. Deuteronomy 22, because see, when you keeping the Sabbath, you supposed to be in your house. So how would you see your neighbor's ox wandering? Deuteronomy 22, 1 through 4. Let's keep cooking. It says what? Thou shalt not see thy brother ox or his sheep go astray. You're not supposed to see that. Now watch this. So that means, family, if you are living next to your neighbor and you see that your neighbor is not properly securing his animals, you're supposed to step in to help show him. You're supposed to step in and help show him so as that this man can properly celebrate the Sabbath without his animals getting out. And hide thyself from them. Let me read it again. Verse 1, 22 and 1. Deuteronomy 22 and 1. Thou shalt not see thy brother ox or his sheep go astray, and hide them thyself from them. In other words, you see that he's not doing it properly, or something can happen and you don't see nothing. You're not supposed to do that. Because if you see that he's not properly doing something and you keep your mouth shut, and if that causes him to break the Sabbath, you just broke it too. You just broke it too. Thou shalt in any case bring them again unto thy brother. You don't supposed to bring that up, talking about, oh, see, if you would have done that, it work like that. Because if you saw me not doing it properly the first time and you kept your mouth shut, you're supposed to keep your mouth shut. Don't come back and say, I told you so, or I see that. No. That's not how that works. Because you already is now guilty. So when I did properly secure it, you ignorant, and you knew that you were doing it. I was doing it through ignorance, and you kept your mouth shut. You broke the law too of Sabbath. Verse 2. And if thy brother be not nigh unto thee, if he ain't near you, or if thou know him not, you don't know your brother. You see? Then thou shalt bring it unto thy own house. Take thy animal to your house. You see? And it shall be with you until thy brother seek after it. You keep that animal. If you don't know your neighbors, if you don't know who that animal belongs to, you take it to your house and you keep that animal until somebody come looking for that animal. And thou shalt restore it again, meaning you giving it back to your brother. That'll work. You see how that work? So you can't watch me not do right and it's gonna cause a problem and you keep your mouth shut. Verse 3. In like manner shall thou do with his ass, and so shall thou do with the raiment, and with all lost things of thy brother, which he has lost, and thou hast found. Shall thou do likewise? Thou mayest not hide thyself. You can't make it impossible, knowing this thing that belongs to you. You make it impossible for the one who it belongs to gain it back. You just have to do it, the man with the arm. We're gonna get to him. Just watch where I'm going. Verse 4. Thou shalt not see thy brother ass or his ox fall down by the way, and hide thyself from them. You see? But notice one thing. I'm going to show you something in a second. Thou shalt surely help him lift them up again. now. What does it say? Notice this ain't on the Sabbath. Because the Sabbath, everything's supposed to be shut down. Everything's supposed to be properly secure. So when you see an animal, you're supposed to secure that animal and lock that animal down for the Sabbath. It don't supposed to continue to roam on the Sabbath. But JC, he was going around healing on the Sabbath. What we got going on? He's saying how you are following the rules of the Sabbath. He does not follow, because regardless of the rules, you must apply mercy even if you're wrong. Even if the person is wrong, you got to still apply mercy. So, family, I just read the law. If I see that you are doing wrong, you didn't properly secure that animal, and I sat there and watch you not properly do it, and I kept my mouth shut, and the animal gets out. Mercy still got to be applied to me, who saw it and didn't say nothing. You see what this guy's saying? This guy telling you who knew that you wasn't doing it right. He could have stopped you from breaking the law, but he sat right there and watched you not properly do something. And he sat right there knowing that you wasn't properly securing that, and your animal's gonna get out, but he decided he need mercy too. That joker need mercy too. Nah, family, he don't get no mercy, family. He get the same treatment as you get. But JC say that nigga need mercy. He need mercy. He need mercy. This is what JC was telling people. He was telling mercy. You got to give me mercy. Because it is lawful, because this man had his rhythm on the Sabbath. So I'm going to heal him. I'm going to heal him on the Sabbath. He's doing what I'm doing. You got to give me mercy. You got to give me mercy. You got to give me mercy.
God damn it.
You got to give me mercy, bro. You got to give me mercy. I need that mercy. You got to give me that mercy. Give me that mercy. Even though I'm wrong, I still got mercy. You got to give it to me. Give it to me. You got to give me that mercy. Come on, you got to give it to me. You got to give it to me. See, even if there was no preparation, you still got to grant me that mercy. This is what JC saying. He going against the actual law. You don't gain no mercy from this. You're now is breaking the law. You are now being accused of a crime dealing with Torah. See, you're being accused of the law. All right? Let's go to Deuteronomy 23, 1 and 2. Deuteronomy 23, 1 and 2. He that is wounded in the stones or has his privy member cut off shall not enter the congregation of the Creator. You see? Anything when you're wrong, when you have a defect, family, a lot of times you're not allowed in the temple. But this man was in the temple, family. This man was in the temple. 2 Samuel. Hold on, give me 1 second. This thing right here about to die. Second Samuel. Second Samuel 5 and 8. Second Samuel 5 and 8. David said on that day, whoever getteth up to the gutter and smiteth the Jebusites and the lame and the blind that I hated of David's soul, he shall be chief and captain. Wherefore they said, blind and the lame shall not come into the house. See, in other words, you got to have some kind of decorum when it comes to people that are injured in whatever capacity. You can't allow everything to come inside of your house. You see, certain things have to stay on the outside of your house. So why is this man who has a withered hand inside that synagogue? Why? Why is he inside that synagogue, family? Sister Latoya put up, everybody was inside the temple doing as they pleased, like it was a park. And that is true, family. That is true, family. That is true. That is true. Everybody was doing like it was a park, like it was a feast, like it was just a festival going on, family. You got the sliding board. You got the seesaw. You got the merry-go-round. You just pick whatever obstacle you want to go. Come over here. Oh, who are you? I got a withered hand. I'm Mr. Witherhand. Oh boy. So yeah, it's like they going around like it's a park. The temple didn't mean anything. You know, it had no decorum on anything. And so this man is just going inside the temple doing whatever he's doing. And so he said it was lawful. So why is this withered man hand inside the temple? You got to have decorum inside of your house, inside of the temple where you worship, where you meditate, where you keep the Sabbath. Everything, even Aaron's sons, even Aaron could not have any type of defect within his bloodline and brought them into the temple. So why would it now be that anybody outside of Aaron's lineage can come into the temple who has a disfigurement or who's suffering from some kind of situation? That's why the Bible, everything was kept on the outside that has some kind of disfigurement or some kind of situation that was going on. So why all of a sudden now you have this guy inside of the temple?
God damn it.
You got to cuss. Because this thing right here is just going all over the place against Torah. All over the place. And the Pharisees is sitting right there taking count on how many times this man breaks the law. So now, family, let's go to verse 13. We about done. Let's go to verse 13, family. Now let's watch this now. Watch what verse 13 says. Then he said to the man. Then he said to the man. Okay? He said this to the man. What he said to the man. In front of the Pharisees. Stretch forth thy hand. So family, he's now stretching forth his hand. You see that? He's stretching forth his hand, family. He said, stretch forth thy hand. All right? Look what he's doing. He's stretching it. And he stretched it. He stretched forth thy hand. And guess what it did, family? It restored. It restored. His whole hand, the muscles, tissues, nerve, was restored, family. What happened? And the Pharisees sitting there.
God damn it.
Each one of them looked at each other, family. They heard the drums. They called each other.
God damn it.
And family, it just went on. This joker hand, he's now picking up the collection plate. He picked up the dollar, the collection plate. He squeezed the dollar with his finger. This man hand done got muscles back to it, family. This man, he gets up on that one hand. He's not lifting his muscle. He's forming his muscle. And guess what he did, family? He went also and he pat JC on the back. He even held that hand and shake JC's hand with that hand. He's trying to make it strong. He making sure that hand work, family. That joker's making sure that hand working. Woo! Let's keep Sister oh my God, this joker making sure he pat JC on the back, shook his hand. That joker, watch this time. That joker even held up his hand like he had won a medal, family. He picked up one of the Bibles that was in the back of the pew. He opened it and he got no more nerve damage. All right, let's keep going. Oh my God, let's keep cooking. Sister Latoya put up she put up Exodus 4:7, and he said, put thy hand into thy bosom again, and he put his hand into that bosom again and plucked it out of the bosom, and behold, it turned again as his other flesh. Excuse me. And she said, I posted that because this verse is supposed to be a sign from the Creator to Moses, to Israel, to show he was the creator and was dealing with Moses. Something suspicious about JC restoring the man's hand. That's true. You know, maybe it was the what you call it, the Olympic. What you call that, Olympic? A Special Olympic? He probably was getting ready for the Special Olympics. Oh my goodness. And that's true. Something is very suspicious about this guy. And the Pharisees are seeing this. And he did this, and the crazy part about it, he did this right in front of the Pharisees.
God damn it.
I mean, these folks are accusing this man, and he still did it. He didn't even care about what they thought, what they felt, what they believed, what they were doing, the culture that they had. He thought about none of that. None of it. He just did it. And when they did it, all of them just put their hand over their head like that, and they looked at each other and said,
God damn it.
They just cussed. And when they cussed, family, now everything is now being turned up. It's being turned up now, family. It's being turned up. It's being turned up. So now let's go a little further. Let's go a little further, family. Then he went in verse 13. He went to heal his man in front of those who accused him, meaning he did not respect their authority. Now, this is where it gets interesting. This is where it gets interesting. This is where it gets interesting, that family. This is where it gets interesting. Very interesting. Now, watch this. Let's go to Deuteronomy 17. Let's go to Deuteronomy 17, verse 12 and 13. Let's go there real quick. We about done, family. Deuteronomy 17, verse 13, verse 12 and 13. And this is what it says, family. And the man that will do presumptuously and will not hearken unto the what? Priest that standeth to minister there before the Creator, your power, or unto the judge, even that man shall die, and thou shalt put away the evil from Israel. So, family, let's look at that let's look at that. I want y'all to pay attention to that. Because JC the Pharisees asked him a question. Is it lawful, man? You know, within our culture, is it lawful for you to do this? JC sat there and told him, yes, it's lawful for me to do it. And he went and did it, regardless of them warning him that he's breaking their Sabbath. You see? He was breaking their Sabbath. He was telling them, I don't have no respect for how you keep the Sabbath. I'm going to do this on your Sabbath, regardless of how you think, feel, believe, what you do, etc. He still healed that man in front of the what? Authority.
God damn it.
And that's where things now start to become interesting. Let me read the law again. It says, and the man that will do what? Presumptuously. You see? What do presumptuously means? Describing actions taken with overconfident, rude, or arrogant boldness, often violating social boundaries or showing disrespect. JC was showing the ones that were supposed to be in the priesthood disrespect. He was breaking their boundaries. Anybody want to have this conversation with me? The link is in the chat. Hit the link. Come on up. He was breaking the boundaries. He was breaking the cultural norms. See, this is what the church don't, they'll tell you, they're trying to make it look like the Pharisees were wrong. No. The Pharisees was in their culture. JC was interrupting their cultural norms. So now you got a problem. Now you got a situation. Let's go to the next one. Let's go to Numbers 15 and 30. Because JC is disrespecting the culture. And these people are trying to slow JC down from disrespecting their Sabbath. See, it's okay if JC didn't believe in their Sabbath. JC should have got outside of their territory to do what he was doing. But JC chose to be in their territory to do what he was doing, which was breaking the cultural norms. So we got a problem. Numbers 15 and 30. Let's ride. Let's keep cooking. We about done for this week. This will be part 3, closing out. Numbers 15 and 30, what it says. But the soul that do aught presumptuously, rather be born in the land or a stranger, the same reproacheth the Creator, and that soul shall be cut off from among his people. It don't matter if you are born as an Israelite or you just a stranger. You're supposed to get those hands put on you. You cannot let this keep going. You see how this working? You got to put the hands on them. Because see, the Pharisees challenged him and he was challenging them back. He was showing presumptuously an attitude of disrespect. Let's keep cooking. Let's keep cooking, family. Let's keep cooking. Let's go to Psalms 19. Let's go to Psalms 19. And we're going to verse 13. They have to get dealt with. They have to get dealt with. Because if you don't deal with these people, they're going to ignore you, disrespect you. They're going to run over you, and they're going to now infiltrate you, and they're not going to be messing with you because see, they know you know better. They're going after your seed. They're going after the weak one. They're going after the elderly. You see? The Bible don't even allow you to. Lord don't even allow you to be disrespected. See, that's JC telling you to turn the other cheek, but the Bible tells you not to be disrespected. You see? Psalms 19:13, what it says: keep back thy servant also from presumptuous sin. People that work with you, serve with you, people that worship with you. You stop them from being from disrespecting you in going against Torah. See that? Let them not have dominion over me. You don't give people dominion over you that disrespect you. JC was disrespecting the culture. He was disrespecting the territory. He was disrespecting Torah. That's why they tell you in church, don't go to the Old Testament. Read the New Testament. Because if you realize what the New Testament was about, it was about disrespecting the culture, disrespecting the bloodline, disrespecting the lineage, the pedigree, disrespecting your territory, and the custom, and everything that goes with you. He's going to go in there and do anything he chooses and will to do, because he tells you he's the Son of God. He come with an authority that he wants you to accept, but he still go against your culture. Why would the Creator offer a culture to you, but then bring somebody over this earth to disrespect that culture? Huh? Why would the Creator do that? Why would the Creator give you a culture for you to sustain yourself, abide yourself by, but then all of a sudden, family, what he do? He brings somebody down that's supposed to be divine. And what they do, family? They go against what did they do? We tell him about he's your savior. He's saving you for what? The Creator gave you a purpose. He gave you a culture. He gave you a territory. He gave you boundaries. But this guy said, I don't have to abide these boundaries. How is this man your savior? How is he your savior? This man broke every channel, and he did it in these people's face. He was cosplaying in their face. You see? He was cosplaying in their faith. This is the problem. You cannot cosplay inside of authority faith. Let's go to 1 Samuel 2:25. That's 1 Samuel 2:25. Can't let people cosplay in your face. The Bible don't authorize that. 1 Samuel 2:25. If one man sins against another, the judge shall judge him. But if a man sin against the Creator, who shall entreat for him? In other words, who's going to judge for him? Notwithstanding, they hearken not unto the voice of their father, because the Creator will slay them. See, it's easy for me to sin against you because there's a judge that can mediate that. But when I break the Creator's law, there's nothing that can mediate for that. Nothing. That's why we don't supposed to keep people around us that presumptuously sin. You just blatantly disrespect. Torah don't allow that. You see? Exodus 22 and and I want y'all to pay attention to this verse. Exodus 22 and 28. Anybody wants to have this conversation, you're more than welcome. The link is in the chat. Hit it before we get out of here. Exodus 22, 28. Thou shalt not revile the gods, nor curse the rulers of thy people. That's a law. How do you curse the people? When you deliberately disrespect them, when they're trying to bring you in order. They're trying to make you flow, follow, be a part of while you are here. JC told them folks, hell no. Them folks was like,
God damn it.
He ain't cussing again. He cussing again, family. They say no. I'm gonna get fined. But you're gonna have to put hands on this nigga. You have to put hands on this dude. This dude is breaking the norm. I'm about to put hands on this dude, man. You have to put hands on this dude. But you're not supposed to let people just continue to disrespect your culture, to disrespect your norms, your boundaries, your territories. You're not supposed to keep letting people do that. Torah don't even allow that. But somehow we allow the church rules to affect us. So let me get on ahead and we're going to close on out. Let's go to verse 14. And I'm going to stop at verse 14. I'm going to stop at verse 14. Because we don't understand. Put the link in the chat if somebody wants to come up. We get out of here. You want to add on what I said? You want to challenge what I said? You just want to have a conversation about what I said? Link is in the chat, family. Let me share my screen again. Matthew the 12th chapter. This dude went against authority. He deliberately went against authority. He deliberately did it. So Matthew the 12th chapter, verse 14 is what it says. The Pharisees went out, meaning they left the temple. They saw enough and held a council against them. They are setting up a council, a tribunal, a charge, a judge, a court against him. Now how they might destroy him. Meaning they're now getting serious with this guy. Because they're realizing this guy is going against everything they brought to him. See, the church tells you, oh, see, they were trying to challenge him. No, they were not challenging him. It was not challenging him. They were warning him. That's what they were doing with JC. They were warning JC about him breaking the law. That's what they were doing. Around the back, they're warning JC about the law of fasting. JC had his own agenda. I'm showing you he having his own agenda. So now got a council. They got a council coming up against them. Okay? Got a council. So let's go ahead and get these verses in. We're gonna go ahead and get on out here. They got a council. So let's go to they got a council. They set up a council against them. The Pharisees held a council. Leviticus 24:15. Let's go there real quick, family. Leviticus 24:15. It says this, and thou shalt speak unto the children of Israel, saying, whosoever causes his God, curses his God, shall bear his sins. Family, how do you curse your God? By going against what he has prescribed. You go against the territory that he has given. You go against the custom that he has given in that territory. That's how you curse your God. A snake try to act like a bear, that snake is cursed. A bear try to act like an eagle, that bear is cursed. You see? So we cannot act like somebody else is talking about we're blessed. Family, that thing don't work like that. You got to be you. That's why Houdini has to call be yourself. We have been following these people's custom and culture so long that they done took over your territory and done changed it, which means gentrification, family. So we got to come back within our minds to return back to our own custom culture, our laws. And this is what we got to do, family. That's what we have to do. Social God and talk about the blood. You're deliberately not serving the Sabbath. You're deliberately not serving the feast days. You're deliberately not doing the things that God is asking you to do. You're deliberately going against it and talking about your blood. It don't work like that, family. Let's go to the next verse. Leviticus 17:19. Leviticus 17:19. Leviticus 17:9. Leviticus 17:9. You start at verse 8. Thou shalt say unto them, whatsoever man there be of the house of Israel, or of the strangers which sojourn among you, and offer a burnt offering or sacrifice, and bringeth it not unto the door of the tabernacle of the congregation, offer it to the Creator, even that man shall be cut off from among his people, family. Meaning, family, you got to bring that offering. Nobody can't bring an offering to the tabernacle to you. You got to do it, family. That's your job. That's your purpose. That's your opportunity to be able to deal with the Creator for your house. Somebody else can't bear no sins for you, family. Let's read that again. Verse 8. And thou shalt say unto them, whatsoever man there be of the house of Israel or of the strangers which sojourn among you, that offereth a burnt offering or sacrifice, and bringeth it not unto the door of the tabernacle of the congregation to offer it unto the Creator, that man shall be cut off from among his people. You see, that man, that you got to do this, family. Please say nothing but you put your sins on somebody's shoulder. Please say nothing but somebody's going to come and do this to do that for you. See, this is what cursing your God is when we don't look at Torah correctly. Let's look at another verse, family. We got closing. Let's go to Malachi 2 and 7. Let's go to Malachi 2 and 7. Malachi 2 and 7. For the priest's lips. For the priest's lips. Remember, Israel's supposed to be a priest. Nation. We're supposed to be a priest nation for the earth. For the Creator. He brought you out as a mighty nation. For the priest's lips should keep knowledge, and they should seek the law at his mouth. People should be coming to you looking for the law. People should be asking you about the law. People should be wanting to hear the law from your mouth. You see? For he is the messenger of the Creator of hosts. You are the messenger, family. You will. The Levites is just from your people of what you're supposed to be for the earth. In the last verse, Deuteronomy 17 and 12. The last verse, Deuteronomy 17 and 12. Deuteronomy 17 and 12. I already read this earlier, but I'm going to reread it again. And the man that will do presumptuously and will not hearken unto the priest, and that standeth to minister there before the Creator, thy God, or unto the judge, even that man shall die. Notice what it says in this verse. Who deliberately disrespect and will not hearken unto the priest, that standeth to minister there before the Creator, your power, or unto the judge. See, this man shall be put to death. He has to be put to death, family. They see they still go Question. Let's go to the next verse. This way we're going to leave it at right here. We're going to pick it up. Verse 15. They set the council up because they're putting charges against him because he deliberately did things in front of them when they was trying to tell him to slow down. Like brand Nubian group say, slow down. Slow down. You gotta learn to slow down. Pay attention, listen, and learn. See? And understand it when you see. They were telling him to slow his behind down. But he chose the challenge. So now they set up a council because he deliberately healed that man in front of them in the temple on the Sabbath. He kept going, he kept going, he kept going. You watch what verse 15 says, family. But when JC knew it, he told them, huddling up, setting up a council court against him. He withdrew himself from Vince. He fled, family. You see? He fled, family. He fled. He fled. He ran, family. Because you can't let people disrespect you, your culture, and your pedigree. And especially the laws that the Creator gave you. You can't let people do that. You can't let them do that, family. He fled. He ran. That's what he did. And what happened? What the last thing he said, family? He withdrew himself from there, and the great multitude followed him. And what did he do, family? He healed them all, family. He healed them all. He just don't do it. Or he did it, or he just don't care. Because he don't respect the law. He don't respect the limits. He don't respect the boundaries. He don't respect the territory. Yeah, they go. He don't get it. And he just don't want to get it and don't care. Because he had a presumptuous spirit in him to go after the weak ones. That's why he said, I came for the what? The sinners, family, the sinners. He said, I came for the sinners. Not well. The sinners are the ones that are struggling. Those are the ones that do not follow the law. The ones who break the law. That's what he said he's looking for. He came for. So he's not going to follow your culture, your custom. He's not going to do that. So the question now becomes, family, why would he run or flee if what he was doing was correct and lawful? Because remember he told the Pharisees, it is lawful to heal on the Sabbath. So why you running? Why you running, family? Why you running? Why you running? Why you running? Why are you running and fleeing what you're doing on the Sabbath is lawful? In that territory, in that culture, in that custom. Why you running, family? What you running for? Huh? What you running for, family? Because he know them hands was coming. He knew them hands was coming. That's why he ran. He knew them hands was coming. It was hold the cheek. White cheek. And I'm doing my best to knock him out. That's how he said, family. Because he knew it was coming. He knew what was coming. And he wanted no part of it. We're going to end it right here, family. You the creator. You joining us. This is Brother Yaakov. We're going to end it right here, family. We're going to end this thing right here. You don't end it. You take the creator. If I left the name off on the clip at the bottom, if you support, and I left the name off, make sure you get with me, your message from your message, family. And those who continue to show themselves on the channel, put up in the chat, even come up on the platform, I got something for you. I'm going to make sure I get with you all in front coming. All praise to you, because without you, family, this channel will not be what this channel is. So I think each one of you make your name at the bottom for coming on, for coming up, and for being a part of this channel. Showing that you're supporting the channel. And I got something for each one of you, especially ones that have been coming on the channel. Put it up in the chat, comment, and plus coming on the platform to talk to you. I got something for you next week. So until then, family, make sure that the day continue to be peaceful, restful, and relaxing, family. We thank the Creator for you, and you. Shalom. Peace.